Hi everyone, welcome to today's video demo of the Kevel Self-Serve product. We are going to take a look at Kevel Self-Serve as part of the Retail Media Cloud solution and specifically focus on creating sponsored listings campaigns. I'll just say, first of all, that we've made opinionated choices about what options are available to advertisers today in creating campaigns and reporting on those campaigns. And this is all based on our research with top retail media networks and their advertisers. So as I'm going through this, I'll showcase and highlight specific areas where you are able to configure settings for your own version of this tool. Let's get started. I will go ahead and share my screen. So this is the login page. The entire self-serve front end, including this page, campaign dashboard, management or reporting, all has customized branding. This is all customized to our fake retailer food trove. So in this case, we're using their logo. We're using their logo in the nav bar, and then we also have this favicon logo in the browser bar. So this also has their colors, including their primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. And you'll notice that this URL is also customized to them. So we have foodtrove.campaigndashboard.com. This can also be customized to a different slug of your choice or a subdomain of your choice like ads.yourcompany.com. I'll go ahead and log in here with our demo credentials. So we support the login via user and password for advertisers. So when I log in into the publisher admin, which is a user of your own company. So you can add as many users as you want, and you also have the ability to give access of any of your advertisers and users with edit or read-only access from the publisher admin perspective. But we'll come back to that as we get into how advertisers would use this tool. So using the admin view settings, we can switch to see what any other advertiser would see. So I just go to the top and I can click View Settings, go to Advertiser, and go to Editor. And I'll choose my advertiser here. I'm going to choose the Cashew Co. Confirm, and now I see the advertiser dashboard. So this is what an advertiser sees when they first log in. It shows valuable top-level metrics here at the top. We've chosen impressions, clicks, and ROAS, but this can be changed to click-through rate or a couple other call-out metrics that we have. This also has an adjustable date range, so an advertiser can choose their look-back windows here. You can also choose the time zone that they're seeing the data in. So this line graph here lets advertisers compare two metrics over specific time periods. And if I scroll down, the campaign's performance table shows performance overall of the campaign, and it would show multiple campaigns here based on what the advertiser has. So you'll notice that I can also export it as a CSV, and we can see if I click on it, it'll go directly to the reports page where I'll see more in-depth metrics here. But before we get into reporting, let's start by campaign creation and show how to create a sponsored listings campaign. So this can be customized. All of the names that you see here on the left side can be customized based on your advertiser and what you would like them to see. But let's just get started here. I'll go ahead and create a campaign for snacks. Now, if I didn't create a campaign, there would be an arrow that pops up here that tells me that this is required, and this can also be customized. So I'll do snacks campaign, and I'll click a start date of today, and an end date is optional here. So when I go to the next step, I see all of the products for my section of the catalog. So this is fueled by Kevel's catalog feature, where you can sync your product with Kevel and it will appear here for advertisers to select from. So each advertiser is only going to see the subset of the catalog that's pertinent to them. So you will have to do a couple settings to your catalog to make sure that this works, but advertisers can never promote an item that's not pertinent to them. So you can also choose to limit the number of products that you have, and as with the campaign setup, this section can be customized as well in terms of the naming and wording here. So I'm going to go ahead and select a couple snacks here. I'll go to my next step, and here we have targeting. Targeting is optional. You don't have to include it if you don't want to, but we have keyword targeting and category targeting as options for you and your advertisers. Category targeting uses the categories associated with the products selected in the previous step, and it's a good way for advertisers to focus in appearing on specific categories for their users. So if you enable this, all of the categories appearing, all of the categories that are available to target based on the selected products will appear. And this is also has some guardrails, so products cannot be targeted to categories that they're not pertinent to based on what you've set on the back end. So this step can be customized as well in the naming. And like I said, we also have keyword targeting available. So this is commonly used and they can add keywords to have it be relevant to their products. So this uses or operator logic in the Kevel flight level. So I'm going to go ahead and just select the category for food. And I'm not going to type any keywords for this campaign. So next we go into the budget. This is set up as an auction. We find auctions are the best fit for self-serve because they enable your advertisers to compete for visibility with their dollars. So your advertiser can submit a daily or a total budget. I'll click daily, and it says here min $20 and min CPC as 150. So if your auction is a first price auction, this step requests a CPC. If it's second price, it'll request a max CPC. So you can set minimums and maximums here. I will do for the budget overall, I'll do $20, which is the minimum, and CPC as 150. Now, if I just did one, an error would be here telling me that I have to do 150. But this can be changed in terms of the name and the error message. So last, I can review. I can see everything that I've set up. I can also go back if I wanted to change any of the last steps. But once I'm here, I make sure everything's great. I click create campaign, and it's all set. It tells me that it's been created, and I can go right into the campaign manager. Now, if I was a publisher and I wanted to go make sure it's there, I can also go into my UI at this point to see the flight and it'll appear in the management UI. I'm not going to go there at this point, but just know that that is also visible to you on the management UI perspective. So now I'm in my campaign manager tab. I can see all of the campaigns that I've created with self-serve, and I can pause, I can resume, I can add new campaigns. So let's go ahead and look at a campaign and we can go into the reports. So when I click on this, I go right to the reports page. So this is bringing me to the specific report for the campaign, and it looks very similar to the dashboard, but there are a couple differences. So similarly, you can select the date range and the call out metrics can be changed. You could highlight impressions, clicks, and click-through rate, or you can do ROAS for sponsored listings campaigns. And then this shows all of the details for the campaign, including the daily budget and the CPC categories and search keywords. So here, this is an example of our keywords. We have snacks, healthy snacks, on-the-go snacks, and nuts. So we also have the product's performance. They only appear here if there is performance data for the product. And you can go to see all of the products that have been included, you can edit the campaign and then go to the product step. So if I want to go to the edit, if I wanted to edit one, I can go to the campaign manager, I can select these three dots, and then I can go ahead and edit. But before we get any further, let's go back into the publisher settings and talk about user permissions. So I'll go to publisher admin. And now we'll see we're back where we started in that publisher admin UI. So let's go ahead and talk about how to add new users. So this is my list of advertisers, but for me internally, if I want to add new users, I can do that here. I can see all of the people that I currently have, first, last name, email, status, and their level. I can also add new ones here and select their access level as well. So once I input that, it'll send an invitation to them via email. For advertisers, I can see my advertisers here and see which campaigns they have, what the status is, and their different permissions. I can see their balance, etc. If I want to add a new user to that, it looks exactly like it did for the publisher with first and last name and email and access level. It looks exactly like I did for the publisher with first, last name, and email and access level. You can also delete a self-serve user. You can see that here, and they won't appear anymore. So this can also accommodate specific users from agencies who need to access self-serve for multiple advertisers. To do this, you would add the same user to multiple advertisers, and they would be able to switch between advertisers when using your self-serve tool. So finally, I want to touch on the account balance. So we have that here. You can add balance to it, and so this will change the amount that they see when they're creating campaigns. The Kevel ad server is designed to stop serving an advertiser's ads when the cap is reached. So this concludes our self-serve demo today. If you have any questions or want to learn more, please reach out to us and we're happy to schedule another conversation. Thank you.